I'm happy to be with you again. You know, when I came into the studio, the sun was shining so wonderful. It was such a happy morning. The birds were singing, the sun was shining, and I started growling. I thought the door is too small to walk in. I growled so big just to come into the studio, and I had you in my mind. I thought, God, all those people will watch me today. There will be power. There will be fun. And you know, with that attitude, when you come on your own painting, it is a joy to spend a happy day. I hope you could do that too. If you could do it, I will love you, or I do love you anyway. So, I have in my mind just a simple mountain scene. I saw Mount Baker most every morning from my house, as long as I lived in Aldergrove up there in Canada. And I want to paint that Mount Baker maybe. Just the idea about Mount Baker. But the foreground, the cascades, and the power. And, you know, I learned there are three things in my mind. A healthy brain, a healthy hand, and a heavy, strong, healthy paint. If you have those three things, you have it made. You know, a paint what is slimy and slippery, you get nowhere. This technique took me 40 years to develop it, and now it is perfected to the best. And you can do almost anything with this wonderful technique. But it got to be a hard, solid paint, and a hard, almighty hand, and a happy brain. And if you can condition yourself to those three things, you have a good day coming up. And the funny thing is, you produce something, you create something, what's your own, and you put it on the market, and you sell it, and you get the happy buck, and that happy buck goes into that happy pocket there, and you giggle and giggle. It's a good life, I tell you. I always enjoyed what I did. So, we have that almighty magic white. I will put that almighty magic white on that canvas. In this case, I want to have it very dark. I will use on top magic white and on the bottom magic white. Or that nice thin white. Call it magic white because it works like magic. To me anyway. And if you get used to that, it's a lot of fun. But I will use in the middle, because I have dark things going on, I will use a kind of a black paint. See, like this. And fade it out to the top. It helps me creating, because I see that painting in my mind, complete done. So why not using all the help you can have? See, a little bit of a dark in the middle, and then naturally, now I have, the beginning is done. So I wash my brush, and I create a happy blue sky, what I saw in the morning when I came in. A happy blue sky. I will use pale blue, a happy blue. A happy blue. See, and you fire it in. There's no mercy. No mercy. Like that. And fire it right in on the bottom too. Then that will be the reflection from the sky, and the painting will be in between, and you got it. You see, a little bit more maybe in the water, a bit more blue, so you pull it right into the dark there. See, that disappears right in. Look. And then wash your brush. And now I brush it out nice. I don't want it too thick. I want it nice and dry. See, I don't want it too wet. Strong, thick paint, you see, there, into the dark. Now we will lift out all of that. We will lift out Mount Baker. But look what I got. Look what I got. A beautiful golden knife. Now I got the golden knife in my hand. You know, that feeling in my hand, having something so beautiful. makes that painting more beautiful. The art is, we are so sensitive. That's the problem. When I ask the owner of the company, I say, why can't we do a bit more than just having that knife? I lived with that knife for 40 years, more or less. Yeah, 40 years. And I want to have something better. And I think it's the drive of all human being. We want it better. I want a better house. I want a better washroom. I want a better kitchen. I want better food. That is the drive of a normal human being, to make our life more joy to be on this earth. We have only so many years, 105 years on earth. And the 105 years, we have to have lots of fun. And when you die, you smile, and the undertaker will say that someone is dead and he's still smiling. It's not fun, This is what is that's what motivates me. So I will use that hard, thick white. Take a good look here. That is hard. I mean, you hear the tune. And I will add a little bit of black, bit of blue, and a little bit of alizarin crimson. And we will mix it. But it's got to be a hard, solid paint. There is a bit too blue yonder. I put a little bit more white into that. Depends on how far I want to set my mountain. I will have it, I would say, 25 miles. And now when you put that knife on the canvas, you say roughly, that's, you can see the colors now. And Mount Baker, that big Mount Baker comes out there, the almighty Mount Baker. And can you see the 1,000 details going into whatever? See, there. Now we say the light's coming from this side. I will fire in some highlights. Use on this side of the knife, see, and you can cut it up like this if you want to. Use on the other side of the knife. Maybe this way I can cut it in half. See? So, can you see what happened here? Can you see what happened here? Can you see the 1,000 details with one almighty stroke? That is living. Because you see sometimes snow on the mountain. Depends on how high the frost line is. But you cannot say, that's the spot, or that's the spot. You know there are millions of spots. And the brush, that almighty golden knife, look at that, does it right for you. Oh, God. And oh, look at the power of that almighty knife. If you just would understand it, there's so much power of living in this almighty technique. That's what I'm so happy to show you over and over again. There's so many ways of putting something on the canvas. I think this way is the easiest and the most powerful way any human being can have. I wish someone could show me a bit more power or something else, but gives you can fiddle and fiddle forever to make that mountain. And it is a powerful mountain. You lead the light. The light's coming from this side, you see? And if you need more, you can bring it out here more, a bit more pressure. It is like you play the violin, the fiddle. Oh, I remember my time when I was young. The instruments, the violin is the most sensitive instrument. It's the same thing like this. And to live with sensitive things, it's so wonderful to play art. I mean, it's different when we say we are a butcher or a shoemaker. You fire the nails in the wood or in the leather. This is a different story. I mean, what you have a pattern, you go by that. But this is always something new what we are doing. You create the atmosphere. You create the power. You create that almighty Mount Baker in the sun or in the rain or in the mud, in the snow. There's so many types of days gone by. See, now here, fine. But this is what I want to show you. I brought it out very detailedly here. See, and leave on this side, the shadow side. If you want, you can have a bit more. I will add a little bit more black to the same soup I have started here. You see that? See, and maybe I give them a little bit of more dark. Then can you see now here? This the same what I did white here will do the black. You see, it gives me all the details on the shadow side. Isn't that wonderful? You see, if I wouldn't have talked so much, but I have to convince you there is only one way, and that's the right way. I'm so right, isn't it? Sometimes I have a hell of a time to convince some people. Say, who are you? It is proven for 40 years now. I was on the shopping centers all over the United States. I think if you see me here on TV, you have seen me in Dallas, Texas, you have seen me in Los Angeles, you have seen me in Boston, you have seen me in New York, you have seen me in Miami, in Fort Lauderdale. And I show this technique, and I always had a lot of people saying, that is the way I would like to live. And I'm very proud of that. See, and I hope I can convince you, if you want to make a happy living, that's the way to do it. And now it's not only that you paint a mountain, you can paint almost anything. See, now having the dark here, I will show you, I can use the brush, I can use a fan brush, or the little brush, or even the big brush, it doesn't matter. You can create the cascades. I will use even this mountain paint, a bit of bluish. You see here how I take it off, and then you just make up maybe here we have it coming up there. Make it so that it stands up. You see the lines, they have to stand up like in far away trees peeking out there. See, and you can even go a bit more darker. That's why we have that dark there ready here, you see. And you fire in there, and there, and here, and here. And you can have far away in the background, there's just a cascade, far away there in the background. See? Look at that. And let that mountain just pull over, and you do it like this. See? There you are. See how fast already you create this feeling? Now having that dark, that mountain could fire right into it can fire right into, here on this side, I can fire it right in here to like reflection, that mountain reflects here in the water. See? Yeah. And on the other side, yeah, have it a bit dark, have the whole thing a bit dark there, as long as you get the feeling that mountain is dancing in that water there. See? Now we put some white and get in that feeling too. See? Look at that. See, it all start bouncing now, all of a sudden. And then you just fill in the middle, and you got a beautiful little happy painting. I wish I got more time on TV, but it just works out always the best for the TV people, half an hour. And that's why I have to keep my mouth shut, and I say I do it, and that's it. But if I could spend an hour with you, that would be more my cup of tea. Maybe if you people phone in and tell them, give them an hour, then you can see more. Yeah, I have to rush. I have only 15 more minutes left, and that painting should be done. That makes it not easy for me either. Neither. Now, we say the light is coming from this side. I will go into the yellow here, see? And I will create a kind of a, see? From the light side. Can fire into the water there too. Okay, and here maybe you have a little bit of far away trees there. Maybe here's the other row. See, that's why I have that dark. It helps me. Otherwise, I would have to paint dark in between and light. Can you see the idea about this almighty technique? The same when you paint roses or still lifes on a black canvas. I should show that too, but we did it already a couple of times on TV. But as long as you learn, this is always the easier way. See, you know, you create that far away, whatever, and live with that. See, a little bit harmony, and there, and there, and there, and there. And maybe I have that yonder, that blue yonder, that blue yonder. I will use a bit of white and a little touch of blue, see, and then create that kind of a blue yonder there, you see? That's nice. Then you can create a kind of a powerful middle part there. See, get that power. You need that fist. Bang! Hit him right on the nose. And boy, that pain will pop up. See? Create in your own mind. There's certain powers you create in order to make that painting really stand up. Maybe here I create a little bit more highlights there. See, you can always correct. And always long line down, long lines down. In the distance, it appears like there are three trunks standing there. Three trunks standing there. Sometimes upstroke. See, when it's too hard, give them a little bit of upstroke. It looks like there are three trunks. And they all together, it gives you a nice little blue and white. Maybe here we create a kind of a... See, always go with the light, leave that side dark. See, here up there, give them a bit more mist, a bit more. See, that's a big distance there. See? And here again, the upstanding lines. See, it looks like three trunks are standing there. See? And you fire it right into the water there. Now we will mix water. We will mix some water there. See? On the rattle box. And now you decide the water line. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. From here on, that's all water there. See? Look at that. See? Isn't that beautiful? When you paint like that, it can be only done if you have a solid, hard paint. A solid, strong, hard paint. Doesn't matter where you buy it and where you have it. But this technique wants a solid, thick, hard paint. Then you can get all those details in such a short time. Now you make those side strokes. Look at that. Ooh, 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 look at here. Can you make a close-up shot on this? See how the water all of a sudden, that hard paint, it pulls, it lets you pull. It doesn't smear. I wish you would understand. I'm sometimes so disappointed seeing guys going out and teach and still don't understand that hard paint will do it. If you want to do it with the soft paint, you would have to draw it in now. Extra. But you see, I can do it with look at that water. Isn't that, it is so nice that you don't know what the devil you do anymore. I would jump to his keyhole. I get so excited by those strokes. Can you see those strokes here? I wish the camera could pick it up nice. There. Oh, God. That's nice. Now we take our almighty golden knife and we create the almighty shoreline there. I will have a little touch of red in that. See what I do here? I mix myself a nice, happy little, and that's it. This world is much too beautiful beneath the white blue sky. You know, it's nice to work with the happy tune in your mind, with echoes and with you see a happy group of young kids walking in the bush and singing their heart out. What a life. You know, when I watch those TV shows sometimes, they make me so sick. And I tell you, I wish I will become a fighter against all that garbage what they put on TV. And it really drives me nuts sometimes. There's no happiness coming out. Only shooting, hanging, looting, robbing. That is what it is. And start showing the joy of living. The joy of young people going into what God gave us, this wonderful, wonderful world. And the beauty of the world. And those kids are happy kids. And Mother Nature forms them the way they should be. Maybe I talk too loud, but that is kind of a thing. I live with that. Sometimes I talk too much about that, but that's a part of good art. We want to leave a wonderful country behind us. One day I'm not there anymore, but I wish we could leave the joy and the power of living to the younger people, and they build a beautiful new country with beautiful new homes, and there's not that stinking shooting and looting and robbing in it. I have spoken. You know, sometimes I get so excited about it because it bothers me. It really bothers me. I am in the age now where I leave the world, and I must say, we fathers left this world for our kids. It was not me. I never lived this world. Let that world, our kids, my kids, they are proud kids, and they are the Americans you all love, what the world loves. And that is what I think we should leave behind. See, and that out of that comes such beautiful paintings. See, and God gives it to us. Now you see why I paint the way I paint. You wonderful fellas, and it was still you people what promoted me and what let me be on the show. And I'm 74 years old, and I always say, my God, that is my last show. I don't think I come back again. But they say, come back, Bill, we like you, come back. And it is you people what makes me come back, and I'm so proud of you. And it makes me excited, and your blood is young, and it hits, I feel like 24 years old right now. And because of you, because you watch it, and the mail we get is so exciting. This you have built in your life a world of tomorrow where only sunshine is there. And even if the sun doesn't shine, you think it is wonderful. But then we need rain, and rain is good in between. Right now we need a lot of rain because the farms, they are not too happy with that. But see what a beautiful water is coming up. It's coming right to you. And when you do this kind of water movements, make it bigger and forwards and bigger and bigger. You see? And then here it's already built in. Can you see the water lines? They are already built in more or less. I only can ruin it. But it's good to do it. You see what the happy painting is coming out of all of that? You can give them a little curve here sometime, you know, like I like to make a little curve there. See? That looks good too. Can you see that little bit of the water that goes round, round, round and pulls off again? That's the wind movements, the water movements, and that's the way water is, to my think. You know, I see it. I have a boat. I'm always on the water there. And I catch those wonderful fish, those almighty salmon. And when you eat those almighty salmon, I tell you, it is healthy for you. And a fresh fish is a fresh fish, I tell you. That is good living. Now I just touch up whatever I think it could be done here a little bit and here a little bit. See? And fire off in front here. Make that water alive. See? Here's a little bit of a headache. I should correct that. See, and the thick paint will do all that. It's just a touch. You see, when you touch it, it's like a magnet. It would stick. It would stick right on your canvas. See? There you are. Here a little bit. Just correct whatever you think now. See, in my mind, that painting has the glory is already burned off in my inside. I did what I want to do. Now I just make those nice little checkups here and there, and have sometime make a circle. I don't have time enough to make a circle like fish are jumping. You see, fish are jumping, and that is it. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy that? I hope you learned something, and that is my aim. If I know you enjoyed it and you learned something and you spit in your hands and you grab that almighty brush, you have it made. I thank you for watching me. I love you. Bye-bye.